Hi, my name is Scott Starr, and today I'm going to present to you my station center for my Mathematics uh, 2 course. So the purpose of this center is to help the students uh, further their learning about shapes and counting. Um, it's more of an enrichment for them as they have previously learned about these things. And so what I've done is I've created 4 different tasks. So 4 different students can be rotating through the station at a time. Um, and then the idea was to have each student at a task for 15 minutes so that it would total an hour. So what I would like to do is go through each task, model the task for you, to give you a better idea of how this station would operate overall. I did create instruction cards for each of the tasks. The kindergarten students won't be able to read them, so as I'm doing here, I would read the students the instructions, and then I would model for them how each task, how they would go about doing it. So let's just begin here. This first task is, I've called it count and number the shapes. And so I have a worksheet for the students, and I will have them count out loud each shape and write the number beneath it. So it would be 1, 2, 3 for all 16 shapes. I want them to number the shapes in numerical order, and so that way when they reach the end, when they reach 16, they recognize that the last shape that they have counted represents all of the shapes in total, and they can write that number here. So the next station, or next task rather, is forming shapes using Play-Doh. So what I've got here is, some cans of Play-Doh, a couple of different geometric shapes, 3-dimensional ones. There's a whole box of them here, and then I just want these can be used as a template for the students, or they can look at their worksheet and try and create something. I've used these 2 shapes to create my own, so it just gives them a more tactile, it's more of a sensory experience for them. And so that's then that task. My next task is find the shapes. And so what I have asked the students to do is find the shapes in the classroom using their iPad. The kids are already very much adept at using the iPads, and they seem to enjoy it a lot. So I would just model for them, turn it on, which they know how to do, and then go to the camera and then just find a shape in the classroom and photograph it. And so then at the end of it, when I came around to look at their work, I would see just how much they had accomplished, whether or not they had actually taken pictures of shapes. For example, I took a picture here of a Kleenex box to represent a rectangle. On this one, I've got a roll of toilet paper, a roll of paper towels to represent a cylinder. So that would be that task. And for my next task, this is the final task. I have them creating a picture from shapes, and so they have these different stencils they can use, these templates. They have these foam shapes they can use. I created, just for a model, a flower, out of a hexagon and diamonds, and so that represents that task. So this is the station overall. I do have a rubric for it that you can find in my write-up about this station. It's not so much about points as it is, did the children understand how to draw the shapes, how to number the shapes in consecutive order to arrive at a total? Can they identify shapes in the classroom? And so on. So I thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this.